Millions of people are on a diet right now, counting calories, cutting carbs, starving themselves just to lose a few pounds. But what if there was another way to dramatically reduce your size without giving up a single meal? No gym, no willpower, no suffering, just science. And here's the part nobody tells you. It wouldn't change your weight by even 1 ounce. Not one. Same weight. Smaller than you can possibly imagine. Sounds impossible, right? It isn't. And by the end of this, the way you think about yourself, about matter itself, will never be the same. Welcome to Fascinating Facts and Features, the channel where we dig up the things the world forgot to tell you. The facts that make you stop mid-sentence and say, wait, what? If that sounds like your kind of thing, you are exactly where you belong. Now let's get into it. Because today's fact is one of those rare ones that doesn't just surprise you. It changes the way you see everything, including yourself. Here's something your science teacher probably never made you feel. Every single thing you can see, touch, or hold, including your own body, is made of atoms. Trillions upon trillions of them. More atoms in your body than there are grains of sand on every beach on every continent on Earth. And here is where it gets strange. An atom is almost entirely empty space. If you took one atom and expanded it to the size of a football stadium, the nucleus, the only part that actually has any mass, would be a marble sitting on the 50-yard line. That's it, one marble in an entire stadium. Everything else, every seat, every corridor, every inch of that stadium from the parking lot to the roof, is completely empty. Nothing there at all. Now here is the part that takes a moment to sink in. You are not made of a few atoms. You are made of 7 billion billion atoms. That is a 7 followed by 27 zeros. Every single one of them almost entirely empty. Which means that you, right now, sitting exactly where you are almost entirely nothing. So let's do something with that information. Let's take one human being, you, and remove all the empty space from every atom in your body. Every bit of nothing, gone. What's left? You would be smaller than a single particle of dust. Not a grain of sand. Not a grain of salt. A particle of dust. Something you can't even see without a magnifying glass. That is how much of you is actually physically real. But here is the part that stops people cold. That invisible speck of dust would still weigh exactly as much as you do right now. Every pound, every ounce, unchanged. The weight never goes anywhere, only the space does. But wait, there's more. Now let's scale that up. Take every human being alive on Earth today. All 8 billion of us, every man, woman, and child on the planet. Remove all the empty space from every atom in every single body. What are you left with? A sugar cube. That is all the physical matter of the entire human race. Something you could hold between your finger and thumb. Something that would dissolve in your morning coffee. But remember what we just learned. That sugar cube would not weigh what a sugar cube weighs. That sugar cube would weigh the equivalent of over 1,000 Empire State Buildings. Every pound of every person who has ever drawn breath on this planet compressed into something smaller than a dice. But wait, there's more. But let's not stop there. Let's do this to the entire planet. Every ocean, every mountain, every continent. Every rock and mineral and molten core of the Earth itself. All of it. Every atom. Empty space removed. What do you have? The entire planet Earth, all 6 septillion tons of it, compressed down to a ball about 5 football fields across. You could drive past it on the highway in seconds. Something that took 4.5 billion years to form, reduced to something smaller than most towns. And yet every single ton of it is still there. Every mountain still weighs what it weighs. Every ocean still weighs what it weighs. The weight never moves, only the space disappears. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more, and this is where it gets truly hard to hold in your mind. Forget the Earth for a moment. Forget our solar system. Forget our galaxy, the Milky Way, which alone contains more than 200 billion stars. Now multiply that by 2 trillion. Because that is the estimated number of galaxies in the observable universe, 2 trillion galaxies, each one containing hundreds of billions of stars. Each star its own massive ball of matter, each one made of atoms. And every single one of those atoms almost entirely empty space. Now remove it all, every gap, every void, every last trace of empty space from every atom of every star of every galaxy in the entire observable universe. Everything that exists, everywhere, all of it. What do you get? Something that fits inside our own solar system. The entire universe, billions of light years across in every direction, compressed into something our own sun could hold in its neighborhood. Same weight. Every black hole, every supernova, every galaxy, all still there, every ounce perfectly accounted for, just no space left between any of it. But wait, there's more. So here is the question that should stop you cold tonight. If almost everything you are is empty space, what are you really? Think about the last time you shook someone's hand, or hugged someone you love, or felt the ground solid beneath your feet. None of that was actually physical contact, not one moment of it. What you felt was invisible electromagnetic force, the same fundamental force that makes two magnets push each other away. The same force that is in the magnet on your refrigerator is the force that makes the entire world feel solid to you. Every handshake, every hug, every step you have ever taken. All of it, electromagnetic repulsion. But underneath even that is something stranger still. A rule of the universe that says no two particles can ever occupy the same space at the same time. Scientists call it the Pauli exclusion principle. They can measure it, they can prove it exists, they can build technology that depends on it. But nobody, not one person alive on Earth today, can fully explain why that rule exists. Why does the universe forbid two things from occupying the same space? What is it protecting? What would happen if it didn't? And here is the deeper question underneath all of it. If you remove all the empty space from everything that exists, every human, every planet, every star, every galaxy, and nothing is lost in the process, no weight, no mass, no energy disappears, then what exactly was all that empty space doing there in the first place? What is it made of? Why does it exist? Is it truly empty at all? Scientists have been asking that question for 100 years. The most brilliant minds in human history have stared into that void, and the universe has not answered. Not yet. And that is what we do here at Fascinating Facts and Features. We find the things hiding in plain sight, the facts that have been sitting inside textbooks and research papers and physics journals for decades, waiting for someone to pull them out and say, "Did you know about this?" Because we think the world is a more interesting place when more people know how it actually works. If you enjoyed this video, we would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell us what you thought. Did this change the way you see yourself? Does the sugar cube fact blow your mind the way it blows ours? And if you have an idea for a fascinating fact you think we should cover, drop it in the comments. We read every single one. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It genuinely helps us keep making videos like this one. And share this with someone whose mind you want to blow today. We'll see you in the next one.